Why does it remind you of tofu?
Oh yeah, thank you. Totally could not remember where I was going with this.
I was trying to figure out as you're speaking where that was. I was like, okay, the rules. Wait, does it have to do with the ball in the box or remind you of the balls in the box? No, okay, not the. Oh,
I got really into it.
Nope, not the laughing. Okay, I'm trying to like think of where tofu is gonna fit in here, and I seriously don't know.
So no, I was taking a shower, and I was like, "This water is slimy, slimy."
Sorry,
and I'm like,
I just noticed your little bears.
"Right? Aren't they adorable?
They're really cute." Okay.
The water was absolutely slimy. You know, I'm trying to wash my hair and I'm trying to rinse it out and everything, and it's just like, is it actually rinsing out or is it just multiplying the shampoo? I don't know what's happening here. And I was like, this water is extremely slimy. And then it kind of cued into the fact that I'm like, okay, well, if this water is slimy, then what water am I drinking? Because I don't want to drink slime water either. So I had to stop drinking out of the faucet. So I did buy a jug of water. So now I'm doing that. And so it's been a couple of days. And maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe it's my imagination. But
Feeling good?
feeling a little bit better. But then Aunt Flo came to town and she's kind of disrupted the experiment. So I don't know what's real and what's not. So who knows? Who genuinely knows?
It was
But I have orange juice. I have oat milk.
I'm good.
I have jugged water. I have chai. I kind of want to make another chai.
Make a chai.
I had one this morning though.
Make another one.
Colon cancer in that probably too, but I don't care.
It's in everything. It's in the air we breathe.
Everything is a carcinogen. Literally, the things that are supposed to prevent cancer cause cancer. Sunscreen causes cancer.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just done. Death. Bring it on. I don't care at this point. That's yet another reason why I want to move to Scotland. Over in Europe and everything, things are a little bit more all natural.
Yeah.
So I've heard. Still have yet to get on TikTok and actually ask Scottish people.
You should
to
do it
house
today.
Me. I should. But I'm scared. I don't want to. I don't post anything on.
Just post every day. Like, post it every day, and eventually, like, one will gain something. You have to be consistent, though, because sometimes it happens where one post will blow up.
Can I just repost the same video?
Do you want to use
over
my
and over?
account? I have, like, 5,000 followers.
What?
Yeah.
How? You're not cool enough for
When
that.
I was in high school, I feel like I told this before. When I was in high school, my friend, and this is when TikTok was, like, kind of first becoming at least in my view, it was, like, kind of first becoming a thing. So, my friend was going to be switching schools, and so...
Hello, welcome back to my aunt's attic.
For the last days of school, I was making, like, 6 days until he, like, leaves the school or whatever. Like, I don't know, it was just, like, a little goodbye stupid thing. Like, I would just take stupid videos of him, and I would put, like, a trending song.
Okay.
I was just trying to be cute. I don't know. It was just, like, 7 days until he leaves me, da-da-da, whatever, and just taking videos of us, like, running around the halls. And one day I was getting on the bus, and I took a video of him, like, running next to the bus, like waving to me, like, saying bye, whatever, and I was like, however many days, whatever.
Aww.
And I get home, and I'm looking at the post, and the number is just going up, going up, going up, going up, of, like, the views. Like, I would refresh it, and it would, like, go up. So, I have a video that has, like, 40,000 likes and, like, 150,000 views or something like that.
Holy crap.
And it's just of him, like, running next to the bus.
But you did start that kind of series of...
A little. I think I had, like,
and
4 or 5 videos before that.
Yeah.
And then those kind of blew up after the fact, because then people came from that video to look at the other ones.
It got people in the feels, and then they looked into it, and they're like, oh, this is actually such a cute little series.
I literally watched them last night with my mom. They were so bad. But for the time, I can see why.
Did the friend
did well.
actually leave, or is that one of those...
No, he did go to a different school.
Gotcha. Are you still friends?
No.
No. Aww. How sad. You know what that
No.
reminds me of? A lot of times you'll see on TikTok, like, the beginning journey of, you know, raising an animal or something. I found this animal, and I'm gonna take care of it. And
Oh
then
my
you
god.
see, I saw one about a cat.
The cat that died?
that died!
Yes, I saw the same thing.
And it was such, like, a...
No, because listen.
It was such a turbulent, like,
It was a
jolt
little
in my
scrunkly
emotions.
one, right?
Yes.
I was on I'm kidding you not. I have a video proof of this. That I saw that video. The 2 videos down is her being like, "So he didn't make it."
That's
I was
exactly
like, oh.
me.
I took a screen recording of me in the first video, and then swiping down 2 videos, and then that was there.
Our FYPs must have been exactly the same because that was
Oh
exactly
my God.
what happened to me, and I was devastated. That was brutal. I was just talking to a client yesterday about how badly I want a raccoon and how I need my own house so I can get pets and have my own menagerie. But the problem is, raccoons' lifespans are only like 2 to 3 years.
That's
I can't
so
get attached
weird.
to that and then have them die within 2 or 3 years. Oh my God.
Because I feel like well, that's not always true, but I feel like animals of that size, I feel like live longer.
They should.
You know what I mean? Like cats and dogs, like...
If you domesticate a raccoon, I'm pretty sure it can probably live a little bit longer because it's not at the mercy of nature. But at the same time, its lifespan is probably still not long enough for me to warrant getting. They're so cute. Nothing has the audacity like a raccoon to be that cute.
They're really cute.
And then have the additional audacity to die within two or 3. Rude.
I don't understand why they don't... Well, maybe it's because you said they're not... If you domesticated them. Because I feel like smaller animals... Like a hamster lives 2 years. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, they literally can't cut it at life.
I had guinea pigs when I was a kid, and they lived for like 6 years.
I don't like guinea pigs. I love
them.
We had a class guinea pig, and at the end of the year, they were like, "Who wants it?" And I'm like, "I want it," because I never really had my own pet or anything. I had it for like 3 days, and I was like, "Nah."
Why?
This thing stunk.
Oh, they do kind of... Well,
It was such a chore.
Yeah.
It was such a chore. That's why I love cats, because they are so self-sufficient.
We built, like, well, I think all the cages are like this, but, like, we built a bigger one where you could remove the top, like, the cage part, and, like, have the bottom separate.
Yeah.
And we would put ours, like, in the grass so they could, like, nibble on the clover and stuff. And we put the cage over top. And it was pretty big. And so they would just, like, sit outside all day and, like, nibble. Because I think that's what they do.
Where are guinea pigs and hamsters naturally in the wild?
I don't think they are. Are they?
I think they are. Somewhere. I just don't know where.
I don't know.
We could look it up. But we ain't
care.
about that fact life.
I don't really care. I love guinea pigs, though. I've been thinking about
I am very looking forward to, like I said, having my own house, and I want the cat distribution system to choose me.
Do you want a chinchilla? There's one at Country Max. We went the other day and we were looking at them.
I want one so really bad. Cute. I want a chinchilla. I want a raccoon. I want a skunk. Oh my god, skunks are so freaking cute.
They're really cute.
I want a fruit bat. I used to want a teacup pig, but then I heard anything teacup...
They grow. Don't they grow anyway?
They do grow, but then anything like teacup dog, like they live their life in pain. It's not natural, and so it's just not meant to be that way. And so
I heard there's no such thing as a teacup pig. That it's just a baby pig. And then it will also just grow to be the size of a massive pig.
No, I mean there are smaller things, but again, I don't know if they're like supernatural or anything. I meant like as in they're not fully natural, not supernatural. Like anyway, we're gonna move on because that was really stupid sounding.
Supernatural teacup pig.
But they do get bigger than what you expect. They don't stay the size of like your palm or anything like that. But I still want. I want a freaking huge potbelly pig. I'll take the big ass one that
my coworker has one that lives in the house. It's massive.
It.
Its name is Ruth, and it's like literally the size of this couch.
I love it so much. I want a jaguar. Huge. I want I want to find like a kitten jaguar or something and raise a beast of an animal in my house.
That's crazy.
I would love that. But I am 100% getting a cat eventually. I love cats. I just want to go to the shelter and just sit in the middle of the room and have one choose me.
Have you been to the cat cafe near like the regional market?
No.
Yeah.
What? Can you adopt them?
You can. I don't know what the process is, but they are all, or maybe some of them belong to like the cafe, like they're always there, but they rotate out ones that are for adoption.
Why haven't we gone?
I went 2 years ago, maybe, with my friends.
Guess what? This is going to be a regular occurrence. No, it can't, because then I'll fall in love with them and I can't have one.
They're
and then
really
I'll be really,
cute.
really upset.
They have like a book with like pictures you can like learn about their personality and stuff, and like if they're bonded to like another cat. stuff like that.
I would love a bonded pair
I took really good pictures.
of the cats.
Mm-hmm.
Share. I have yet to post all of our pictures of.
Did you see my ambitious butterfly?
I did. It was very good. I'm gonna post
It's
it on
okay.
Instagram. I have to find the. Should I do that now? Because
No, we're recording. I'm just kidding.
no, I'm gonna do it right now while we're recording. Because if I don't, then I'll forget to do it.
I love cats. I just don't know a lot about how to interact with them.
You don't. They interact with you, and you
See, that's
follow
the
their
thing.
lead.
I don't understand it. I've never had one.
Oh, I love cats so much. People who aren't cat people are just not cat people because they haven't had a cat yet. As soon as you have a cat, you'll become a cat person. So I'm going to try and find that picture before I forget from last week's episode of the elbow that's not mine.
Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting.
Look at that. He is a sir. He is a knighted
He's so
sir.
cute.
Oh my gosh. Nope, those are all
Here he is sleeping.
child.
Oh my god, so cute.
Oh my god, I love it.
Let me see.
Yes, I want a cat so bad.
I had to take photos of like the toe beans because I love little toe beans.
The toe beans! Oh my gosh, yes. Where? Oh, the prom pictures. There they are. Here we go. There
you
it
seen-
is. There it is.
Oh, did we talk about this?
We talked about this. That
Your
is not my
candid
elbow,
photo?
folks. That is not my elbow.
Wow, it really looks like it is.
Doesn't it? It looks
Wait,
like
let
I
me
have
see
like
it.
my arm bent back or something.
Wait, have you seen like on TikTok when people get like this like tattooed on them?
Yeah.
It's so cute. At the top of the cat's head.
It's not always super accurate. I feel like they
Yeah.
what's the embellish? Ow! I just pinched my finger in the box. Okay. Cool.
This is really cute.
Right?
I love it.
My prom dress had all that lace on the corset, the bodice part of it, and then all down the back was lace train,
Whoa.
but the front was like this kind of purplish. Well, I'll just show you. How about I just show you another picture? Because it was actually a pretty amazing dress, I will say. My mother said I look like an 1800s saloon girl. That's it. I loved that dress.
That's really cool.
Loved it, loved it, loved it. I was at the store, I was trying it on, and another group of girls were trying on their prom dresses,
Mm-hmm.
and the mother of one of the girls was there, and she's like, oh my god, you look like the leg lamp from Christmas Story. And I'm like, I'm so buying this dress. 100%.
That's such an interesting thing to say.
I think she meant it as like a way to dissuade me. She must not have liked the dress, and I'm like, that just
Probably.
100% convinced me to buy it.
I love it.
I loved that dress. And my mother likes to rub it in my face that she was the one to pick it out. Every one of my dresses that I had for anything, my mother picked out. And I always argued because she would pick out these god-awful, ugly dresses, and I hated them. She's like, just put it on. And then I'd fall in love with it.
Do you still have it?
This? No. Because like I said, it looked like 1800s kind of thing. I used it for a presentation of Jane Eyre, and I think I left it in the room, and I think the janitor might have thrown it out. God, I love
That's
that dress
horrible.
so much. It had like little tassels on the bodice.
I know, that's really sick.
You know what I'm really upset about? I got in my own way of having a fantastic time. My date to that prom was a guy I was in show choir with, and I asked him because he was an underclassman or whatever they're called. He was like a sophomore. I was a junior. So I asked him, and we had a good time. Don't get me wrong, but I just asked him because kind of needed a date kind of thing, and I liked him. He was a cool guy, whatever. But he was crushing real hard on another girl. Again, an underclassman. It wasn't like she was going to prom or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was kind of all smitten with her and didn't want to go with another girl and give her the wrong impression. And I'm just like, dude, we also know her. Like, she knows I'm just, this is not a thing. Like, I just go to prom with me so I have a date to go to prom.
Yeah.
But the problem was this guy over here in this picture, my friend Garen, he asked me, again, underclassman, he's not really supposed to ask me, but he kept asking me. He's like, I want to go. I kind of thought, I got in my own head. I was thinking he was just asking me because he wanted to go to prom. He didn't want to actually go with me. he really wanted to go with me.
Oh, no.
And he was such a good friend of mine that, like, I genuinely could not wrap my head around, like, he wanted to go with me. What? And then when I got pulled over by his father, we've talked about that before. The first time I ever got pulled over, it was by his dad. And we got to talk, and he was like, yeah, Garen really wanted to go with you. And I'm like, oh, no, he had fun with Amy, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, he actually wanted to go
That
with
is
me.
so sad.
I stepped on my own toes. So, or he went with Brandy, not Amy, but yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb on that one. I should have gone with Garen. So, shout out to him. He is in the military. He is happily married in the military now. So, he was such a good friend of mine back in high school.
Awesome.
I'm so glad he's doing really well. Such a cool dude. But, is that not such a great picture, though? Just,
It's
like,
really
truly
cute.
just having a good time.
Who took it?
My mother? I don't know. I don't know what that white... I don't know what that is. That white string. Is it a string? Is it a blemish on the picture? I don't know. Not my elbow, though, so I'm going to post that.
We gotta have someone, like, Photoshop it so that it's your elbow. Or just your arm is in it.
I would kill to weigh as much as I did back in high school. Look at my little hourglass
You
figure.
look the same. You have just, like, aged, but, like, overall you
Dude,
look
I'm
the same.
50 pounds heavier. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Yeah. I'm 50 pounds heavier than I was in these pictures.
If you, like, had me guess, I would say that you were the same.
Well, I appreciate it, but you're blind. I would kill to weigh as much as I did in high school. Oh my god. Okay.
I wouldn't. I was a stick. But I also thought I was fat. Isn't that so stupid?
I thought I was fat in high school too, and I look back and I'm like, am I dumb? I'm dumb.
Who let me think that for so long?
I know.
I weighed like 100 pounds.
But remember what I said? You are the most proportional person. You are so proportional.
But what if one day I'm not?
I think you will continue to grow into your proportions.
See that?
Like, your proportions
honestly,
will grow with you. Like,
doctor, like when I go for like what do you call it? A checkup? I always call it the wrong thing. A checkup?
look how cute I am.
Okay,
I am
those bangs
so
are
cute.
so cute.
I'm so cute.
I love when kids have bangs. I always think it's really cute.
Boom. I was such a cute kid. And then, but look at the difference. So I'm a cute toddler, hideous baby.
No, you're so
I
cute.
was a monkey. Oh my god, it was so grody looking. Ugh.
I think you're cute.
I was such a cute kid.
I was ugly in middle school. For sure.
It was pretty rough in middle school. Yeah.
No, but whenever I go for a checkup, the doctor is always like, "You're very proportionate," and I'm like, "Thank you."
I'm gonna post these pictures. I hope this group picture doesn't mind that I'm posting pictures of them. We have literally 3 followers on Instagram, so I don't think it
We
matters.
actually have 15.
What?
We have 15 followers, don't we?
We do?
Yeah. I just looked.
I think they're ghost followers.
Maybe.
They're also just our friends who are.
That's for sure.
They're just there for the number kind of thing. I don't think they're actually. But okay, cool. I have all the pictures now. I can post from. All right. Okay. My brain blew up. I don't know.
Same. It's so nice out.
It is. Should we migrate outside?
No, it's cold.
Oh, darn it.
It's actually really cold. It's deceiving because it's really sunny. But it's so funny, like, whenever the sun comes out, my whole worldview changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Why embarrassing?
Because the sun comes out for 1 second, I'm like, life is so good. I
The
love
sun'll
everybody.
come out tomorrow.
It's so corny. It's so stupid, but it always happens.
I think that's a beautiful way of looking at it.
Yeah, but then a cloud comes over and I'm like, forget it. That's why.
great while it
That's
lasted.
why it's like it's superficial.
Well, happiness is a superficial, fleeting emotion.
Yeah.
That's why you're supposed to just go for content.
Do you want to hear the saddest thing? Like, I literally was crying. It was a few weeks ago, and it was like one of these like sunny days, and I'm like, oh my god, life is so good.
I don't know if I want to hear this. I don't want to be sad.
You don't have to be.
No, go ahead.
I'm like, life is so
I'll
good. I
suffer.
love my friends. Like, everything is so perfect. And then I'm at work, and it's close to closing, and this woman comes in, and she's trying to buy, like, ice melt. Like a shaker of ice melt. and she goes to pay, and like her card isn't going through. And then she like gets on the phone and she's like yelling with somebody, like going back and forth, and like she tries to pay and she's like, sorry, like I'm so sorry, I'm going through a divorce and I think my son used my card and he used the last of what was on it, so I'm just trying to buy ice melt for my dad, but that's okay, I'll just come in tomorrow. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
oh my god. And she like, okay, she did kind of trauma dump on me, but it's totally okay. Because she was so in that moment of like, everything was happening right then. And she was just like, my husband, or my ex, soon-to-be ex, they were going through the divorce. She was like, he doesn't have a job, so he is just like taking my money, and we have 3 kids, and they're boys, and they're all like these ages, like they're young, and...
Well, I feel like that in that moment you have to justify why it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Because it's
and
like...
she was so embarrassed. Like, she was so embarrassed. And I was like... I wanted to cry. Like, I just wanted to cry for her. Because I could just see how stressed out she was. And I was like, I got it. You're like, I got it.
Yeah.
You're good. And then she was like, no, are you sure? Like, no. And I'm like, no, you're good. I got it. Like, leave. Please leave because I'm going to start crying. And she's like, can I give you a hug? I was like, yes. And she gives me a hug and she's like, like, it's so stressful that she's talking to me. And I wanted to be like, I get it. Because my parents got divorced 2-3 years ago. I wanted to,
Wait. What?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I knew they were divorced, but not that recently.
Yeah. Like, right when... I'll tell the story. But anyway, I wanted to tell her that but I didn't say anything. I was just like, you're good. Don't be embarrassed. It's all right. It's all good. Yeah. And she's, like, giving me a hug, and she's, like, telling me about it. And then I was like, just pay it forward. Like, next time... If you want to do something nice for someone, just do it. Like, it's all good. Yeah. And so I paid for it, and she leaves, and my coworkers, who are these goofy boys, just come up, and I'm like, that lady that I just, like, told them about it. I was like, oh,
you had to trauma dump on them.
But I feel so bad. And it was the weirdest thing, because, like, I don't know her name. Mm-hmm. I'll probably never see her again. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like... You know what I mean?
You have a connection with a stranger that's just like...
I want to check in on her.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Yeah.
You know? And I wish I could have done more. But yeah. Yeah, my parents got divorced in 2021.
Why did it seem like it was such a long time ago? Like, I feel... What?
Yeah,
Time is not real.
They separated in 2020. Right like when COVID happened. Like the day before COVID. Like the quarantine. Yeah.
I guess it's because, like, you're so well adjusted to it.
I was ready.
Because usually, if it's something that recent, usually it kind of, like, leaks into every part of your life.
It does.
But you don't, like, show it. And so that's why I feel like this happens, like, 10, 15 years ago. Where
you thought it was, like, when I was a kid?
Yeah.
No. I was freshly 18. It was the week after. It was the week after I turned 18.
I was a fresh adult. Okay, kind of. Again, I feel like after COVID though, time has warped weirdly because of COVID. So
I feel like it was a long time ago, but it, like, numbers wise, it wasn't.
Well, like I said, I was looking at through that TikTok of the guy who goes through and he's like, "What's a sound you haven't heard in a while?" Goes through all the TikTok sound trends and everything, and I'm hearing some of these songs, and I'm like getting horror flashbacks from the time I was like held captive in my own apartment during COVID. Oh my gosh, it was such a simpler time, a most horrifying simple time, but at the same, like, it's weird now.
I was so stressed that my jaw locked up.
Yeah,
like I woke up one morning and I thought I was having ear pain. I thought I had, like, an ear infection, but it was actually my jaw, and I, like, couldn't brush my teeth.
Yeah.
My mouth wouldn't open.
I remember one of the last days where you could, like, go to the grocery store without it being, like, a huge problem. I called my mom in a frantic panic, and I'm like, "Mom, what do? I had 3 jobs yesterday, and now I have no jobs. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?"
Oh, God.
And she's like, "We're all there, honey. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want you're my mom. You're supposed to tell me what to do."
It was so weird. So we were living with my aunt. We moved in with my aunt, and then the shutdown happened, like, the next day. I think it was the next day. So, what was I going to say? Oh, so we were eating it. So my family's Italian, so we were making, like, amazing meals every single night. Every single night, like, we were, like, all helping with dinner, like, putting this amazing thing together. It was great. But but me and my mom and my sister were like, we want Wendy's. Or just, like, anything.
Just the
so we, like,
simplicities.
snuck out one day. We got Wendy's. We ate in the parking lot super fast. We threw away all the evidence. We, like, came home. We were like, hey, guys, what's
That's
up?
so funny. Oh my god.
We seriously
Scandalous.
only ate out. Other than that, one time we got pizza. But we made everything else. That was crazy. So good.
Half of that time is a blur to me. The only thing I distinctly remember is listening on repeat to 21 Pilots' Level of Concern. And that was like, it was in the summer, summer, so I had all my windows open because I didn't have AC. And I'm pretty sure I drove my neighbors to insanity with that. I had it on repeat for days. On full blast. I had a full surround sound system and it was on blast. So, you're welcome, people. That was a blessing. You're welcome. But yeah, that was not a good... I would just drive. I would get in my car and literally just drive up and down the streets. Because where I was living in Jamesville, beautiful back roads, all country and everything. So I would just drive around for hours on end. It would always drive me crazy when there would be a car behind me. Because I'm like puttering around. It's a 55-mile road. I'm going 20. And, you know, they're behind me. They're freaking out. And I'm like, just go around me. I remember I rolled down my window one time to, like, wave somebody around me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, around the corner, someone else was coming at me. And so, like, he started to go around me, but then he had to get... And I was like, this is a disaster on epic proportions. So I'm just going to pull off the side of the road, get out of the way. I can't even have a nice leisurely drive through the country.
Isn't it weird that
being
I
a
was
problem.
learning how to drive when COVID was happening? I barely knew how to drive.
You're a fetus.
Oh my god, a bubble just moved in my belly. Anyway. Yeah, I was learning. But also I learned really late. I got my license when I was 18.
You're
and I
21.
didn't want to. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'm like, you still have such, like, a mature air about you that I have a hard time believing that you're not older.
What if I was like, just kidding, I'm actually 25? Would you be like mind blown or would you be like, yeah, that makes sense?
I'd be like, yeah, that makes more sense.
No, I'm for sure 21.
It's just, I've been around other people your age that are just so
No, I feel
ridiculously
it.
immature that I'm like, I can't.
I'm around all the time at school now.
Yeah.
I feel like our group was so different because we had a bunch of different ages and I don't know. We all wanted to be there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We were all pretty driven.
Yeah.
But now that I'm at Cortland and I'm surrounded by like frat guys and like some freshmen and like I don't know.
And the people that are just there because it's what they do. It's like the next step of their life rather than what they actually chose to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, I'm actually considering going back to trade school for esthetician. I think that might be a nice complement to my massage therapy business.
That'd be really cool.
So we'll see. I'm always looking for something new to learn. I'm always like, let's just learn every trade. Let's just do it all. I really need to crack my back. I just started building it up. It got really tight and it really hurts. Hold on. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. That was building up. My knee is what needs to crack. It's been days and I still can't get my knee to crack and it's killing me.
Ew.
I still feel like there's a spot that hasn't cracked yet.
Your feet are so little. They're so small.
I got toenail polish that still needs
Wait,
to
what
come.
size do you wear?
Depending
Like
on
a
the
6,
shoe.
7?
A 6 to a 7. 6 and a half, 7. Just depends on the shoe. I got little baby feet.
I think I'm gonna have bunions for sure.
Why?
Because I walk on the sides of my feet. And this bone right here I keep bruising it. And like losing feeling in my little toe.
That's not what...
No, but because I'm walking on the sides of my feet so much, I feel like I'm gonna start building up like a shield.
That's not what that is.
What is it?
A bunion?
Is it...
It's like your the structure of your bone starts to veer, basically.
So am I gonna get the opposite of a bunion?
It sounds like you're getting a callus. I have a callus. I was just messing with it on this side of my foot.
I don't know what the situation is.
Usually a bunion. I could be wrong. Ow! I really need to crack this knee. I really, really need to crack it. It hurts. Ugh! Oh my god! Okay, but usually
This is what I do to crack my knees. I do like an Elvis. I do like this. They don't have to crack right now, so
I
I'm not
really
gonna,
wish we recorded these.
but I do
things.
this. And people be like, what? Because I'll be walking, like, at the mall or something, and then I stop, and I'm like... and people are like, what are you doing? I'm trying to crack my knees.
I really wish we
But
did
that's
video
how I do it.
recordings.
I literally can't do it any other way. It's a twist. I do the twist. I'm twisting it.
So
I put-
did you hear that?
What was it, your back?
No, it was my knee.
You did it?
No, not the right one that I
Oh,
need.
shoot.
I plant my foot and then twist it, try to...
Weird.
It's not working. It really hurts. It really is building up now. Ouch. Ouch. Why are you laughing at my pain? That's so rude.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And do the twist.
Joint farts. That's what one chiropractor calls them, little joint farts. Because they're just little gas bubbles. But when they build up, they...
Have you seen like an x-ray of it happening?
Oh my god, I would love
creepy. Have you seen an x-ray of people rubbing their eyes?
that. Ew.
They like get pushed back like so deep into the head. It's so gross. My mom rubs her eyes all the time, and it drives me nuts because she wears mascara. And then she'll forget and she'll rub her eyes,
Oh my gosh.
and she has like raccoon eyes. She has no idea.
I went to go see the new installment of The Chosen. Glad I didn't bother wearing makeup. I knew I was going to cry. I sobbed. Bawled like a baby. Probably would have cried harder had I not been in public, but like, woo! That one was brutal. It was so good. I want to go see it again, but I'm busy and people also don't have schedules that align with it. Limited showing times and everything. Like, come on, man. But yeah, that was good. I went to go pick up my aunt. We went together. And she's like, I see you're not wearing makeup. And I'm like, yep, I wasn't bothering. Nope. I don't know how it's going to go. And
Oh,
I was
boy.
correct.
Did you see they're coming out with a new Quiet Place?
No, I didn't.
That has me hyped up. I love those movies.
We should
Love
go.
those
We
movies.
should go. We should go see that.
Oh my god, when the second one came out, my sister and I went to Destiny, and we had literally the whole IMAX. You look so funny. She's just kicking out her little foot. Your foot looks actually way too small. Like, I'm sitting here, like, actually wondering how you fit in a 7. Because I wear a 7. And my feet are not that small.
Again, it just depends on the.
They look really small.
They look disproportionately.
You know, like,
small.
when people wear those, like, have those, like, little plastic hands that they put in their sleeves? That's what your feet are, like, reminding me. Something's missing.
I am not.
My feet look way bigger than yours, but I wear a 7.
Your feet don't look way bigger than mine. Look at it. Look.
Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind.
Why are you proportional and I'm not?
I don't know why they just look itty bitty. Maybe you just have little toes. I think I have a different proportion of toe to foot. You have little bitty toes.
What the heck is this?
I don't know.
I like my feet. I think I have very cute feet.
I like them too.
I'm
They're
not,
very little.
I don't have foot fetishes, but I really like my feet. My hands, however, they're obnoxiously small, and I don't like my hands. My fingers need to be longer and more elegant.
I used to hate my hands when I was like in high school. I thought they were so bad.
No, you have very nice,
They're
elegant
fine.
hands.
I really don't care.
I have little chubby dotty.
Like crooked pointer fingers though. My
Although
grandma.
this knuckle has gotten a little knobbier, which I like.
What?
Yeah.
You like that it's gotten knobbier?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. So me and my aunt are in total agreement. Simon Peter in The Chosen. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Pull the picture. Let me see the man.
The introduction, we were showing my friend Natalie. We were getting her to watch it as well. She comes over, we're watching it. He comes on screen. First thing my aunt says, "That's Simon. He's hot." But in this
God.
new installment, there was one scene where Simon is sitting there and he has his hands and he's using his hands to gesture and
Good
everything.
hands.
And I just turned my aunt. I'm like, hands. Oh my gosh, he has beautiful hands. Let me bring up a picture of him.
I love a good hand.
He is fine.
I
He
hate
always.
I hate man feet. Even if it's a good foot and it's of a man, I hate it. I hate men feet. I never want to see a man's foot ever. I hate men's feet.
You know what? I can understand that.
I hate man feet. I hate
can understand
them.
that.
I never want to see them.
Oh man, this man is fine. Oh my god.
A man should never wear flip flops.
Agreed. Just scroll through some of those. Those are. He is fine. He's always wearing like a sleeveless tunic and everything. I swear this man does a bunch of push-ups before every scene that he does because he's
pumped.
ripped. Oh my god, his veins are popping out all the time. I'm like, dear
Good
Lord.
grief! Why did they make him hot?
Oh, he's so fine. He is so fine.
We should not be making Jesus hot because the Bible literally says that he was not hot.
He's not. This is Simon, not
no,
Jesus.
just in general. I'm saying,
Oh.
because we do that in our society. I feel like Jesus is like hot.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. I feel like they do a good job in The Chosen because he's a little bit
Make him average.
dweebier looking. He is, yeah. They make him not that Jonathan Rumi, not that he's like not okay looking, but you know what? Just watch it and you'll see. He's just average. But it was funny because actually in one episode, Mother Mary is talking to one of her friends, and her friend hadn't seen Jesus in a while, and she's like, "Oh, how much he's grown. He's probably so handsome." And Mary's just like, "Eh." About her own son. I think that is
He
gold.
wasn't supposed to be. Doesn't it say like there was nothing about him that made him
it says
attractive?
that he is. Yeah, it says that he's totally average. So yeah, and I'm like, that was so freaking funny that Mary is just like, meh.
That's terrible.
I think it's hilarious. Oh, that show is so funny too. Honestly, it's hilarious. They got some good humor in it. If it's not obvious, I'm totally obsessed with it at the moment. It's such a good show. Oh my god. The first 3 episodes, they do them out in chunks. So the first installment, the first 3 episodes, 3.5 hours. We're at the theater. They actually had an intermission for it and everything. I was like, thank God.
Oh my god.
So good though. But then again, I can watch an entire season in one sitting as well. So I'm like, I don't know why it's different when I'm at the theater. I know why it's different because I'm not in the comfort of my own home. So that's why. We should go to the tavern and see it.
The
They
movie
have
tavern?
reclining chairs. They don't do the. They don't wait on you anymore.
They don't?
Mm-mm.
How do they do it?
Ever since COVID, you just order your food beforehand.
Oh, yeah. We did that, and then our food never came out.
Oh, good.
And so then we had to go, like, ask for it, and it was not good.
Yeah, they don't have very good food.
Yeah.
Their chairs are nice and comfy. They recline and everything. They have the footstools, but food's not very good.
Mm-mm.
So I don't usually bother. But it's all the way out in Camillus, too, so it's like hop, skip, and jump away. I'm like, meh. I'll just suffer through it, Destiny. But I'm hungry.
Ate something.
After. Do you want... I don't have any jalapeno.
I'm good. I ate. Wait, jalapenos.
I have a cupcake for you over there.
For what?
It's a leftover cupcake that I just don't feel like eating.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm your little garbage disposal.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa!
What? Blanket. Dude, lay that thing out. I'm not joking.
Why is it huge?
Well, no, I'm talking about how comfy it is. Even on the floor.
It's like a mattress.
Lay down on that thing.
Did you make that?
I made that.
That's
yes.
crazy.
Lay down on that. It is so plushy.
It's literally a mattress.
It is. Is that not crazy?
Yeah, I would take this like camping.
That's what I was thinking. It's like the perfect camping mat. And actually, I started crocheting one of my own for my bed. I'm making a bed topper. I'm not done yet because I
That
ran
would
out of
kill
yarn.
me. I would get stuck under it and I would suffocate there and die.
What?
In a good way.
I'm talking about not under
I
it.
never want to leave.
Oh, yeah. Is that not so comfy?
It's so fluffy.
It's so plushy.
I love it. It's thick.
It is. It's going to be a blanket for my aunt and uncle, but I have yet to get all the yarn. Still working on buying it. That is one expensive blanket right there. Let me tell you that.
Ask how much have you spent in skis?
That's a lot of skeins right there. It's huge. That's probably pushing like a $200 some blanket.
That's not
That's not
not terrible. Well, I mean it is, but
It's one expensive.
it's about what I expected.
It's been very fun making it. I buy out what they have in store, and I have to wait till I get new shipments of it, and so it's like just a process and waiting. I can't order it online.
I was just about to ask. They don't do that?
I can't find it online, and then the shipping, if I were to go through Hobby Lobby and make sure I buy the proper yarn, the shipping on it is astronomical. And I'm like, I'm already spending a fortune on the yarn itself. I'm not paying for shipping as well.
That's so silly.
And then I can't go through Amazon because it's not the exact same brand, and I can't potentially buy the wrong brand
right.
and have it not match.
I had an Amazon fiasco the other night.
Oh, fun.
I can't believe I did this. So I know I'm 4 weeks into school right now, but that's besides the point. I had to order a textbook. So I ordered the textbook. I didn't really want to buy it. It's like $100. It was the only one I had to buy, but I still didn't want to, so I was like really holding out. So I bought it on Amazon. And it was supposed to come on Monday, and then it didn't come on Monday. So I looked and it was like, shipping is, what did it say? It was just like, nope. Sorry. It can't ship. And I was like, and it said, if you still haven't gotten your package by February 6th, check back here for an update. Well, it was February 6th. And I was looking at the page as it come back here on February 6th, and I was just like, where do I go now? And I clicked, like, the return button, and it was like, okay, how are you going to send it back to us?
Like, you still have it.
I don't have it, and I need it.
Yeah.
And so I waited, like, a day, and I get on with, like, the probably AI chat thing, because I hate a phone call. But I get on with the thing, and they're like, yeah, we'll give you a refund. And I'm like, I need the book. Please just send it to me. They're like, yeah, we'll give you a refund, and you have to order it again.
Oh my god.
I did. I hope it comes this time. I don't even know that it will. But I was like, feeling confident on this chat, and I was like, I want to be, what's the word? Compensated for my troubles. And the chat is like, we'll give you a $10 gift card towards, and I go, make it 30 and you got a deal. So I got a $30 gift card.
They gave it to you? Oh my gosh! You don't get what you don't ask for, I guess. Oh my god, that's great.
I felt so ballsy.
I wish I would have done that. I remember I put such a Karen move one time. I had a Shark vacuum cleaner, and it was real thin. It was like a stick.
Yeah, I know
whatever.
what you're talking about.
And the canister on it had this looped entrance to the canister for all the dirt to go in, and instead of it going into the canister, it would just get caught in this loop, and so it would just clog. I mean, I spent more time cleaning the vacuum than the vacuum did cleaning my house. It was infuriating, and I got angry enough that one time I actually emailed the company, or I sent one of the AI chat kind of things or something, and I went off. I went full Karen mode, and I was just like, this is the worst design. How did this ever make it through? Blah, 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 blah. And the person on the other side was just like, sorry for the inconvenience. And I'm like, that's all you have to say, blah, blah. And I'm like, I was kind of hoping for something.
Yeah. Nothing?
Nothing. So I'm pretty miffed with Shark.
That's terrible.
And I'm like, they produce this god-awful vacuum cleaner. They make it super expensive. They advertise that it's this wonderful thing, and then it sucks. Or I should say it doesn't suck. And then they do nothing about it. I mean, maybe if I was nicer about it, maybe they would have given me it. But yeah, no, he was just like, sorry. I'm sorry to hear that it was inconvenient. I'm sorry that it's not working for you.
That's terrible.
I think he asked me, he was like, well, what do you want me to do about it? Or something like that.
They should, troubleshoot it, or at least, try to send you a new, whatever or something.
No, nothing.
That's so silly.
And then I got kind of sad, and I was like, I guess I'm kind of, am I the one in the wrong here? And so I was like, thank you for your time. Bye. And I was like, I just wanted you guys to know that this one's terrible. And I'm like, he's like, okay, thanks for letting us know. And I'm like,
I'm gonna sue whatever my shampoo that I use. It's new. I just started using it because I'm trying to use, brands that aren't, what do you call it? Mega corporations.
Uh-huh.
There's this guy on TikTok who, made a spreadsheet of,
I saw that. I
Yes.
have that. Yes.
So I try this new brand. I don't even know what it's called. It's fine. But the shampoo bottle is like one of those big lids you push down a button and it pops up and then you pour it out, right? So I'm like in the shower like pushing on the button and it finally goes down and I cut my finger on like
The edge
of the plastic and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And it was one of those cuts and it just like flaps around all day and you just feel that it's like open, but it's like too deep that you can't like rip away the layer of skin so it doesn't flap, so it's just
Ew.
anyway.
What
flap.
You need to figure out what you're using. You got to use like a salon brand.
I'm poor.
Yeah.
I'm so
It's
poor.
worth it. But if you're using a salon brand, you can usually use less
Yeah.
and it goes a longer
Like
way.
what, like Paul Mitchell or something?
I use Semi Delano. Semi Delano? I don't know how to say it. It's pink.
I like pink.
The conditioner is white. I'm going to switch back to the pink conditioner though because it's a leave-in conditioner. I love that. But anyway, shampoo, fun stuff. Not fun. I'm bored.
The shampoo is not great. I hate when I use the shampoo and then my hair is like tangled. Like it's so dry that it's like sticking to itself.
Could
Yeah.
use a good conditioner.
Well, I have to comb it out first.
The conditioner is supposed to be like the comb out. This is thrilling. I can hear how thrilling this is.
But I like to part my hair before I put my conditioner.
Wait, pardon?
I part
Pardon?
it. I'll take you through the process, okay? I get in the shower. My hair is brushed already, if I remember.
Skip to the end. Are you putting conditioner on your roots?
No.
Okay.
But I part it first because I don't like to part it after.
Okay.
So I shampoo with my hair like back. Like as if it was in a ponytail, like everything's pulled back. And so there's no part. I shampoo, and then I part it. I know I did a horrible job today. I part it, I comb it, and then I put conditioner in like from here to the end.
No.
Is that too high?
Yeah.
But then this gets so frizzy.
No. It gets greasy is what gets.
Oh, I'm greasy no matter
You
what.
are supposed to go from the ends below your ears and
But
down.
then what about this?
No.
Okay. Well, I condition, and then I rinse it out, and I keep the same part that I had when I parted it after the shampoo.
Uh-huh.
So the part that I make after I shampoo is the part that I'll have for the next 2 days.
Okay.
Because if I part it
What's
after
wrong
I
with
condition, it like pulls apart the waves, and so then it ends up frizzy.
Okay. If you say so.
I promise.
I have pin straight hair, so I don't have this
It's
issue.
so annoying. Yeah.
As you
Wavy
can
hair is
see.
a pain in the
This was my coming out of the braid hair.
That came out of a braid,
Yeah. And it's like pin straight.
and my hair came out of a braid. It's literally.
No, I have obnoxiously pin straight hair. I have a lot of hair, but it's pin straight and it lays like super flat and really ugly, and so I have to like zhuzh it up and give it some volume and stuff.
Zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
Okay.
Ah.
And this is not really that big of a deal, but some lady made a TikTok and she was like, I have this drink like that I got and I put soda instead of whatever I usually get because I wanted a little jizz. She was like, no, what did I mean? Judge?
Jazz it up.
Jazz? And she couldn't figure out the word, so I commented. I was like, zhuzh, it's zhuzh. But I said pronounce like Juje. I don't know. I just wanted people to know what I meant by Zhuzh because that's how you spell it. Zhuzh.
Is it? I've
Yeah.
never spelled it out, so I don't
People
know.
are coming at me in the comments like,
Jude.
you're right, but that's not how you pronounce it. I'm like, lay off. People are being so mean.
I commented something and I've got like 100 likes on it.
Oh, this comment
No.
has like 25,000 likes.
Okay, rub it in my face. I felt
I will.
popular for 2 seconds.
No, but seriously. Because I leave good comments. Oh, I think I stopped recording.
I tend to leave comments on less popular videos, however. So maybe that's why. Don't knock my not popularity. I don't know why I care. I haven't checked back. If I get on TikTok, is it going to knock off the
25,000
recording?
likes. Thank you. Yeah, it will stop. I just did that.
Oh. Shoot. Okay, I won't do that. Okay.
Zhuzh.
Well, okay, Miss Popular. Yeah, I'll have to put my.
If you want to use my
Scotland video
account,
on
I
your
really
account.
don't care.
I'll do it on mine as well.
Oh my
Like you
God.
said. Can I just repost the same video? I'll take one video and just keep reposting it.
I think so.
Something will take off. I just need TikTok to like do its thing and get me connected. I need to what's it called? Not link, but what's it? Like
Tag.
Tag. That's it. That's the word. Tag. I need to tag a bunch of Scottish users. Yeah.
I was showing my mom some TikToks last night, and it's this like redheaded chick doing a skit or whatever, and she points to her profile picture. She goes, "So that's you?"
What?
I don't know.
What?
She thought it was me. And I go, wait, so
Oh,
the
your
video,
mom?
My mom thought that it was me in the profile picture of this redheaded woman.
Oh lordy. That's like you showing your parent.
And they
Just
go,
a random
"Who's
video,
that?"
like, who's that?
Yeah.
How do you know them? I'm like, I don't. It's just a random person and it's funny. Just
And
watch.
I go, wait. And so I scrolled to the video above that, and the profile picture is of a golden retriever. And she goes, and I go, you thought that was me too? And she's like, yeah, I thought you like reposted it or something. I was like,
Get with it, Mom.
I said,
Get
you're
with it.
dense. You're extra dense right now. Oh my God.
Oh, man. I went to, I almost said Schenectady, but I went to, like, New Hartford area.
We did go to Schenectady, by the
We
way.
did, but no. I went to a Greek restaurant with a friend yesterday. 2 days ago? Doesn't matter. And it was, like, in the New Hartford area, and there's a place called Nothing But Cakes. Bunt Cakes? Nothing Bunt Cakes?
That's cute.
Bunt Cakes. They were delicious.
What even is a bundt cake?
It is a cake made in a bundt pan.
Oh.
It's like with the whole, it's got the humps and then the hole in the middle. And then, yeah, it's really good. And they were like little mini bundt cakes. And bundt cake usually ends up really dry. These were not dry. They were delectably moist. And so now I want them again.
That sounds
Simeon's
great.
was very good. The Greek restaurant too. It's
I
very
love
good.
Greek food.
I'm not super familiar with Greek food. Haven't had it a whole lot.
Have you been to King David's?
Nope.
Oh my God, you have to.
Okay.
It's so good.
Let's go.
Okay.
Cool.
It's so good.
I believe you. I've heard good things about it. Just
Really
never been.
There's two. I don't know where the
Except
other
for
one
the
is.
fact that I don't like olives.
You don't have to get olives.
Everything about Greek is olives.
And that thing that you hate to say,
Yes, I don't.
The
I
name
don't
of-
like that. I don't like that.
you don't like to eat it?
No.
I gave you some one time.
No, I know. It's not that I have it. It's fine. Like, I don't mind the taste of it, but it's like one of those things I just wouldn't choose, like, right off the bat. Like, people go for it as a snack, like, first thing.
I eat
and
it
I'm
with
like,
a
no.
spoon,
Yeah,
plain.
no. It wouldn't be my first choice all
It's
the
so
time.
good.
Sure. It's
I make
fine.
it all
Like
the
I said,
time.
it's fine, but it's like, I could do without it.
I made my own. We haven't even said what it is, but
Chickpea
we
spread.
can't. Chickpea mash.
Yeah.
Spread, blended. I made my own, and I made my own pita bread.
For the people who don't realize, that word, the chickpea spread,
Spread.
the name of that is like other people's moist. How people don't like the word moist and they get grossed out, but I can't stand the name of chickpea spread. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It makes no sense whatsoever. I really just can't stand it. And that is not an invitation to say it around me just to irritate me. That is my number one pet peeve. When you tell someone your pet peeve and they immediately start doing that thing just to piss you off. You're not funny, you're not cute, you're not creative, you are the bane of my existence, you are not funny in any way. Why do people actively do things to irritate other people? I cannot comprehend that.
I don't get why people hear like anybody say like stop and they like assume that they're joking.
Yeah.
If I tell someone to stop, I'm never like stop. I am never gonna
Yeah.
do that. If
No.
I say stop, I literally mean it.
And I feel like people might think you're joking the first time or something because you're trying to be nice about
I
it.
will say please stop.
Yeah.
That is so obviously serious.
Yeah.
If I'm like please stop. What?
Yeah. I'm a bit of a pushover. I think when I don't want someone to do something, I'll be kind of like roundabout, like, oh, let's not do that. Like kind of
I'm not.
But then when they continue, I'm like, okay, no, like actually stop.
Ugh. And I hate when people don't know when to stop.
Mm-hmm. That's unfortunately my brother. He just beating a dead horse with some of his jokes. And I've gotten to the place where I'm just like, I literally just straight up say, get new material, dude. It's not funny. He just keeps hitting on the same jokes. I'm like, move on, please. Yeah. Again, being self-aware is a glorious thing. Learn how to do it, folks. And don't irritate people. Just stop irritating people for no reason. You're not funny.
Yeah.
Like, there is goofing around and teasing and everything, but, like, when you're actually just irritating someone just to irritate them, I can't stand that. That's not the type of person I want to hang out with, ever.
Me neither.
Anyway.
I hate group projects. I hate group projects.
Yep, those are pretty bad, too. Those are pretty bad.
I hate them. I'm so sorry if you've ever been in a group project with me and
I'm too particular. I'm too nitpicky.
I just want to do the whole thing by myself.
Yeah.
I literally, you guys cannot do anything. I actually don't care. Just let me do it, please, so that I know it turns out good and that we're all on the same page. And that I hate group projects. Oh my god.
Or, I will say, when we did the group project, it was like the partner project at the end of the year, and it was we got that time period in history to do in sign language.
That was good.
Me and Charlie were paired up together, and I'm so thankful it was Charlie because we were both on the same page of how much we didn't want to do it and how little we actually put towards it. We did a great presentation. We pulled it out of our butts, and we did really great. But it was literally, we threw it together, quite literally the 15 minutes before that class started. We threw it together. And it was just so nice because we kind of took the pressure off of each other because we were both like, I'm not doing it, you're not doing it. Let's just see what happens. It was great.
I like that project because I actually had to learn. Because sometimes when something is put in sign language, I will understand it like for the first time. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, I can actually see it like visually. This isn't just like a bunch of fluff words that I don't understand. Yeah. And we got to work on it in class. Mm-hmm.
I did. We actually, like I said, we did good. We had the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. We had that, which I already kind of knew about from the history class that I had taken before. But that is a time period in history that I just find it beyond fascinating anyway. So that's why I think why we were able to throw it together so well, because I was like, we got this. We already know. But yeah, no, other group projects, when it's just like you're kind of thrown in the deep end with someone, just like, let me do it, because you guys, I don't trust you. I don't trust other people to do their share and do it properly. I was bitten in the butt before with that, thinking I was like, okay, I'm going to do the research part of it and you put the project together. They didn't put it together.
Yeah.
And it looked like absolute butt.
People don't care, though. That's the thing, is like this group that I'm in, I don't think they really care. And I really care because I really need an A.
Yeah. I don't like being at the mercy of other people in any capacity.
Well, like, I was sitting in class and we were so our presentation is next week and we were supposed to have all these things done. So we're supposed to have, like, an outline of, like, our presentation. We're supposed to have, like, a journal of, like, who did what and when we met and what we got done in those times. And then we have to have, like, a handout, something to give to the class to, like, remember our presentation, the presentation itself. And I'm sitting in class, I'm like, oh, we haven't done anything. I'm going to do it right now. And so I literally made the outline, the journal, the handout. Like, I was getting started. And then, like, 5 minutes before class ends, they're like, which, by the way, ended early so that we could work on it, and then they all left. But they're like, oh, so I'm going to do the outline, and you're going to do the I'm like, it's here, I did it! I did it already! I did it! I just did it right now! Here, look! I did it! And they're like, they gave everybody a job except for me. They're like, oh, you're good, you just did all that. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm so scared. God. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Because now it's gonna look like I didn't do anything because you guys are like redoing all this, but nobody's in like communication with each other. So it's not gonna be cohesive.
Oh, sweet lord, why? Oh my gosh.
And like we couldn't settle on one thing, and I'm just like, okay. I'm so scared.
That's rough, dude. Godspeed, my friend.
And our project was, like, the assignment was so vague. It was just, like, do a presentation that, like, gets the class, like, engaged with each other.
Ew.
It's really okay. So
I'm not creative enough for that. I need
my group mate actually came up with a really good idea.
instructions.
Because it's going to be Valentine's Day when we present, and she's like, let's do a game. Like, let's do, like, name that tune, but for, like, love songs or something, because it'll be Valentine's Day. I'm like, that's actually genius. But that's a lot of work, like, behind the scenes to get ready. I don't think we're going to be ready.
You know what I was really upset about? My sociology class, for the end of the year, you had the option to write a 10-page research paper or do a creative work.
Mm-hmm.
That was super open-ended. So you had to go to the teacher and get approval for whatever your creative work would be. And you could also do it in groups. It could be a creative project with a group. And me and two of the people who sat beside me, my friends, we were going to do... at first, I wanted to do like a podcast and have a couple episodes covering the different areas of sociology and kind of cover that and just kind of get discussion going. Which that she did approve of that. She thought it was really cool. We sat down. We could not get it together enough, like to find time to do it, to outline it in time to actually turn it in properly. So we changed it up, and my other friend had the idea to do kind of political statement songs, make a playlist, and then analyze the songs and the relationship between socialism and, or not socialism, but sociology and the political aspects of it and everything. I was like, that is absolutely genius. And our teacher was just like, can you be more specific? I'm like, what do you mean? This is genius. You're taking things that are in our everyday life, the music that we listen to all the time, we're delving into the meaning behind it, the relationship between our everyday music lives and what it impacts as far as, you know, politics. I'm like, how is that not the most creative thing ever? And we were all going to take like chunks of the songs. We were all going to interpret and analyze different songs and then bring them together to show how they all come. It was just absolutely brilliant. And she was like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, what? So we just decided to go our separate ways, write our own papers, and then I never actually turned in my paper. I had a ton of research. So I will say, my research paper would have been fantastic had I been in the right mindset and actually finished it. My paper ended up going to be why resocialization is so important to, what was it? The exact wording of it. Because you had to get it approved still, like your thesis statement. Why resocialization was so imperative to thinking with the sociological mindset. Because if you have not experienced any type of resocialization, and by that I mean you grow up with your family who has their political views, their religious views, you have your one set of views. Then you have your town that you grow up in that tends to be of very like-minded people, you know, like calls to like, they gather together. So you have that group of people in your hometown. If you never leave your hometown, you're never getting outside and you're never experiencing new types of growing up. You're never experiencing the new mindsets of other people in other areas with other, you know, morals and values and everything. And so you grow up believing what you know, what you believe in, what you're told to believe by your friends and your family and your kind of your town center. So resocialization is so important to being able to experience firsthand those new ways of thinking and living. And if you don't experience that, then you're only ever going to go off of what you've been told and of the opinions of other people. And so the sociological mindset is so imperative to being able to see the broad scope of things and to be able to then analyze what is and is not actually like a bias or something like that. And I had so much research of all these different studies done on how limiting socialization with only your subsect of grouping, how limited it is, and how much broader you need to be able to actually firsthand experience new things. And it was actually going to be such a good paper. I had like my little 10-minute presentation on different studies that I was going to cover, and then I started writing the paper, but I had other things going on, and then of course we had already graduated. The paper wasn't due until after we graduated. And I was like,
so silly.
I have checked out. And so I emailed my professor, and I had like 10 pages worth of research and my own analyzations. It was just a matter of bringing it all together in a conceptualized paper.
Yeah.
And I emailed her, I'm like, I'm sorry, this is all I have. I can't do anything more. I'm done. I'm done. I still got a really good grade in class. I think she gave me like partial credit on it.
Nice.
Because I did a lot of work, and like I said, I did the presentation. She knew I was working on it. Same thing with a professor that I had in my history class. We had different assignments where we would have a bunch of different readings that we would then have to analyze and connect and blah, 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 blah. But when the paper was the day before the paper was turned in, we would all sit together, we would discuss it. We would have an open class discussion on all of the readings. And the last reading that we had, again, same thing. I was checked out. I didn't have anything left in me. I did the readings. I did my own analyzations, but it was just a matter of writing it out in an actual paper. It was just not happening. And so I went to the class discussion. I totally participated in it, and I had all my research. I had all the analyzations, and I really participated. So he knew I wasn't just flaking. I just never turned in the paper. He emailed me. He's just like, hey, this is due. Can you get this to me? And then I emailed him, and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. It's just not happening. I don't know. I don't think he ever got that email, or if it's sent wrong or something, because then he emailed me again, like the day, and he was like, hey, can you get this to me? And then I was like, I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go at this point.
Oh, no.
I still got a good grade in the class because he knows that I was doing the work.
Yeah.
I think. I just never turned it in. But I mean, I loved the class. I always participated. I always did the work. It was just a matter of writing it out in a succinct, understandable way. It just was not happening.
Mm.
That was a whole lot of just boring. I'm sorry, folks. I can hear myself being an absolute mundane piece of garbage.
That's okay. I thought it was interesting. I was on the edge of my seat for that second email.
You're such a dick.
I'm serious.
No, that's the thrilling adventures of my educational life. Let's go back to school. Oh, jeez.
Don't do it. It sucks.
I really want to go back. I want to go back for some kind of history. I love history.
Go to Cortland with me.
That's a long way to
And get-
travel.
Cut in line in the way for the bus.
You would never get cut in line again. I'd start throwing elbows.
You should.
Yeah. I'm really tired. I pamped myself out the other day. Oh, it was glorious. So Aunt Flo was really, Satan was tap dancing across my fupa. It was bad. And so
Your Papanza.
So I popped a couple pamp. I got home after I went to dinner with my friend. I got home. It would start hurting real bad when I was out with her. And I got home like 6 o'clock or something. I popped a couple pamp, and I know it knocks me out, so I was prepared. But I didn't think it was going to hit me so hard for when the Pens game started. And so I was half delirious out of my mind trying to watch this game. I was high as a kite, giggling to myself because I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm high, giggling at myself being high. And unfortunately, I fell asleep through most of the game. Like, I was half in and half out. We won. It was a shutout. It's beautiful. So I did catch that. I did see all 3 of the goals, but, like, I did fall asleep. I didn't see quite the end of it. I just woke up and they were doing their after post-game commentary, and I'm like, okay, time for bed. I was done. I was
That's
dusted.
so crazy.
Oh, man. But yeah, I don't take it every night because I don't want to build up a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
And so when I do pop it, I can have that wild ride and just be knocked
It's
out.
so scary.
Oh my god. Good times. Good times. Look how skinny I was. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I had so much crinoline underneath this skirt
What?
to poof it out. Crinoline?
What's that?
It's like the netting that poofs.
Oh, the poof.
The poof. And actually, you can't see in this picture, but I had like the lobster tail poof in the back to poof it out, like 1800s time. Like, it was great. It was great.
I love that.
What I don't love is the fact that I didn't know how to do my eyebrows. Dear God.
Let me see.
They're like non-existent. They're so faint.
It was the same color as your hair.
But I had light hair.
Back when you were blonde.
I am still blonde.
You're definitely not.
I'm blonde! The lighting in here is just not doing
You're
me.
definitely not blonde.
I'm blonde.
Next time you get your hair done.
I asked her.
You did?
I straight up asked her. I was like, listen, me and my friend are in this debate. What would you
You
cut?
did?
And she's like, you're blonde. You're blonde.
But did you
I have
preface-
professional confirmation.
But did you preface with, I really think I'm blonde, and if
No.
you don't say I'm blonde, I'm going to kill myself.
No.
Am I blonde?
I said, am I blonde or more brunette? And she's like, you're blonde. I'm a very dirty blonde. It's a dark blonde, but it's still blonde. Shut up.
You're dirty blonde, like the Dalmatians are white in the scene when they're covered in soot.
You're a dick. You're so mean. My hair is...
101
There's
Dalmatians.
no sun here in Syracuse, and so it has
It's
darkened. My hair is just a darker blonde.
Get the
That's it.
sun in or whatever.
No, that destroys your hair.
I believe it.
It gives you cancer.
Everything does. Everything does, and everything has microplastics.
Yep. Toby Keith died.
I feel bad because I can't, like, place, like, who that is.
How can you not place that? I grew up with him. Like,
I need to look at a photo, I think.
that's the weird thing is, like, obviously I didn't know him personally, but he was so ingrained in my growing up that it's so weird that he's dead now. He was 62. He died of cancer.
I don't think I know who that is.
Yes, you do. American Soldier. He had all of the military songs. You know who it is.
I don't. I'm really sorry. I thought it was... No.
How Do You Like Me Now? The song How Do You Like Me Now? Or I feel put on the spot, so now I'm blanking, but he has so many amazing songs. Like, his entire discography is incredible.
Oh, I thought of Keith Urban. That's what I'm thinking of.
No.
Toby Keith. I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
I don't!
Yes, you do. Everybody knows who Toby Keith is. But yeah, he's gone now, and it makes me really sad.
That's really sad.
I did. He was like, every 4th of July, that's every one of his songs is played on the 4th of July.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
stranger. I have no idea who it is.
There was other things that I wanted to talk about, but then guess what I didn't do? I didn't write them down, and I cannot remember.
Let me see what I have written down.
What time are we at?
I don't know because I stopped.
Oh. That was rude.
I didn't mean to. I opened TikTok and that's what happened.
A minute. An hour and 12 minutes. I feel like that's good. A minute and 12 seconds, that's what that is. I'm viciously hungry.
Go eat something.
You haven't had my scrambled omelet. Make a good scrambled omelet.
I feel like I have.
I've never made it for you. I promise you I've never made it for you.
Okay. Wait, we should talk about what we did last week.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Or not.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we talked about it on our way. We went to the Claude Monet Experience. And it was so good.
Experience.
I had to jazz it up. I had to zhuzh it up.
It was really cool. What was it? The first couple rooms was like the history.
Mm-hmm.
And it had all the different plaques and different time periods of when he did the different types of his art. And the progression of his cataracts and how he was actually going blind and how it affected his art.
Which was crazy to see because of those paintings that he did that were the same scene, like the same exact thing. And you could like see the progression.
You could see the progression, and he also did that to showcase the different light patterns and how light affected the same scenery. So yeah, we learned a little about him, and then it moved on. The next room was like the kind of like you're walking through one of the garden paintings. That was beautiful.
That was after the living room though.
Yeah, I still wonder if those furniture was actual.
And the paintings.
The
We feel stupid because we're not sure if the paintings that were there are actually
if they were
legit.
the originals or the prints.
I have no idea. I have genuinely no idea.
I don't know if one collection can have literally every Monet. I feel like Monets would be spread across all different museums, not just like...
Well, he has so many, though. They probably only had, like, a few of them.
Yeah, I feel really stupid.
And probably the more famous ones are, like, in famous museums. Like, the garden is probably somewhere famous.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are probably just some of, like, the less famous ones, if they were real. I feel so stupid for not knowing. But.
Yeah. But yeah, then you actually walk through, like, the garden section, and it was so cool. And then the projection room. We sat there for the entire thing, plus some. And
I also have no idea how long we were in there for.
I have no
time was not real. It
Time
could have
was
been
not-
like an hour. I actually have no clue.
I genuinely, yeah, you're just literally sitting in chairs. There's chairs all over this room with white walls that the projections of all his different artwork, they're kind of animated too. They add animations to it, and even on the floor was projected,
And there was like music and sound effects and like
the water, when it was like you felt like you were
Yeah.
underwater, and there were fish all on the floor, and the rain and the puddles and the splashy, and it was really cool.
it was trippy.
It was. I could have easily fallen asleep, and then had I woken up after that, I'd been like, I'm tripping balls.
Yeah.
And then we got to color our own picture.
Mine's so bad.
I love mine. I hate it. It's terrible.
Where do
I
you
don't
have
know
it?
how to function with.
You should put it on your fridge.
I'll just set aside all the children and all my cousins and just get rid of all the cousins for my
Who
one
needs
work.
them?
Yeah,
And then we got vegan food.
which was actually good.
It was so good.
The spicy potato salad that I had was bombing. It was really good. And the burger. I had a vegan burger. And it was good. I'm kind of surprised.
It was really good. I got like a club sandwich.
That had chunks of tofu in it.
I loved it though. It was so good.
I couldn't.
I love tofu. I
Yeah.
eat tofu out of the tofu thing. I put hot sauce and I just eat it straight up. And it looks like space food.
Ew.
It looks like printed food.
Ew!
But it's so good.
Isn't it just like a foamy texture?
It's spongy.
Ew!
You haven't tried it before?
I don't want to.
It's really spongy. I like it like a regular firmness.
You
I
know
don't
what?
like extra firm.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know Crayola Kids?
No.
No, was that before your time?
What's Crayola?
It was
Kids?
actually, it was towards the end. Like, it was old even when I was a kid. Crayola Kids came out with, like, Around the World in 80 Days, 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, just, like, different classic stories that kids would put on. They would make, like, little movies with all the kids being actors of it. And they made one
What?
of Gulliver's Travels. Jonathan Swift's book, Gulliver's Travels. Crayola Kids did a movie of it, and it was my absolute favorite thing in the entire world. And one section of Gulliver's Travels is the floating island. And Gulliver goes to the floating island, and he learns all the rules of the floating island. And the one song is rules, rules, wonderful rules, 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 fabulous rules, rules for everything you've got, make 'em up right on the spot, rules, rules, wonderful rules. Anyway, and I absolutely loved it, and there was this one scene where they're going through, they're touring the floating island, and there's this one room where you go and you do your work. If you have your work time. And it's literally just like a cycle of putting a ball in a box, taking the ball and the box over to the next section where the person takes the ball out of the box, and another person takes the box and puts it over in that section, and a person takes the ball and puts it over in that section, and the cycle continues over and over and over again, just to kind of simulate you're doing work. You're not accomplishing anything. It's just
God.
ball in box, ball out of box, box
Is that
and ball
society?
here. And it just goes over and over. And another rule was that you're not allowed to laugh anywhere other than the laughing room. And so you go to this one room, and there's like a comedy show, and that's where you get all your laughing out.
This sounds so feverish. This is
And
a
then-
fever dream.
And then Gulliver goes, and he's talking to like the leader of the island or whatever, and she's coming up with new rules right up on the spot. And she's like, yaks cannot yodel underwater. And everyone's like, oh, great rule, oh, that's amazing. And she's like, yep, that's a good one, that's going in the book. And Gulliver's like, this is insane. And so he starts cracking jokes. We're not in the laughing room, but he starts cracking jokes, and everybody starts laughing. And she's like, no, we're not in the laughing room. You can't laugh, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, no, like, be reasonable. Like, this is crazy. And so he just disrupts everything on the floating island. Where was I going with this?
Why is it ready of tofu?
Oh, yeah, thank you. I totally could not remember where I was going with this.
I was trying to figure out as you're speaking where that was. I was like, okay, the rules. Wait, does it have to do
No.
with the ball in the box, or
No.
when the ball's in the box? No, okay, not the. Oh,
I got
the
really
laughing.
into it.
Nope, not the laughing. Okay. I'm trying to like think of where tofu is gonna fit in here, and I seriously don't know.
They toured and they went to the cafeteria where you have your 3 square meals a day.
Oh,
Quite
God.
literally 3 square meals a day, and it all looked like square Jell-O and square tofu.
Do you know that's a
and-
thing?
That's so weird.
There is like this service, like this food service that you buy, like literally these little squares, and it's like supposed to have like whatever.
Ew.
It'll be like a meal, and it's like this square is green beans. It's just like a green square. This square is steak, and it's just a brown square. This
Yeah.
square is mashed potatoes. Like, but it's just little squares, and you just heat them up and eat them.
Ew, not okay with that. But yeah, so that, yeah. The 3 square meals a day just reminded me of tofu.
What does that mean, a square meal? And when
You're
you say
asking the wrong
3
person.
square meals,
Complete, like, I don't know. That'd be circular, I guess. 3 square. I don't know.
I don't know.
There could be an answer, but do we get... Get a hold of yourself. Oh, I meant bless you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we could look it up. We could probably learn something new, but are we going to? No.
I learned why Punxsutawney Phil is named Punxsutawney Phil.
I feel like I know this answer, but please refresh my mind.
It's named after a town, Punxsutawney, in Pennsylvania.
Yep, I knew that.
I love him. He's very cute.
My nephew was born on Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog, yep, shut up.
It's a good
And it works
birthday.
out because we always call him Dog.
GD.
Yeah. He's a little yard ape. He's our dog. Beast
Groundhog's
dog.
really cute. Apparently, oh,
Okay, what?
there it goes. I forget what it's called.
What, your thought? Your mind? What? There goes. Bye-bye.
Not a beaver, not a groundhog. What's the other one?
Gopher?
Nope, not that one either. Badger. Badgers are vicious.
Yes, they are.
Had no idea.
That's a whole different realm. Like Badger and Wolverine, that's like a different realm of animal. They rip your face off.
Mm-hmm. I don't trust monkeys. I hate monkeys.
Monkeys will also rip your face off. I am offended about pandas.
Why? Are
You
they
have no
vicious?
business being that cute and being that vicious.
They are?
They'll rip your face off.
Aren't they like vegetarian? Vegetarian. Herbivore?
Yep.
They are?
They are, but
And they
that
still
doesn't
will?
mean they won't rip your face. No, I think they might be omnivores. Are they omnivores?
Have no idea. I've just seen a bunch of videos on TikTok of them ripping off the skin of a bamboo and then eating it, and then they take
Yeah.
off the skin and then they eat more.
No, I heard they're vicious. Like wild pandas are actually like super territorial to the point where they will just remove your life from your body.
That's too bad.
But I really want to be like a panda keeper. Have you seen like the videos of like the pandas in when they're in captivity or whatever? I don't know, they're so cute. They're
Just like
so
doing
cute.
stupid stuff.
They're like rolling around,
rolling
they're going
around.
down a slide, they're on a rocking horse. It's like, oh my god, you're so cute. And they're just clumsy, and then they just trip themselves. And oh my god, I love them so much. Red pandas too.
so cute.
I don't think they're vicious, but I want a red panda.
They
really
can be
bad.
vicious when they're trying to scare things. They just go,
You know, fennec
They put their hands
foxes. Fennec foxes are legal to have as like a pet.
oh shoot.
I want a fennec fox. I want a menagerie of animals. I really want like a dumpy tree frog because how fitting, right? And then I want tortoises because they'll live longer than me, and that's nice.
Are you into birds?
I want a bird that I can like play with, not just keep in a cage.
Do you want like one that you can teach to talk? Have you seen that one on TikTok that's like Shrek?
No, I don't think I'm a huge bird fan overall.
They're smart.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Your house gonna stank. It's finna stank.
That's fine. It'll keep people out. That's all I need.
What about me? I want to pet pets.
Pets.
Have you been to Fort Ricky?
No.
Petting
what's
zoo?
that?
It's just like this petting zoo, but it's just like bunnies and like stupid stuff. But we always go when we were kids.
I have a hard time going around animals and not wanting to keep them, so I try to avoid getting attached to anything. It really bothers me that I can't have an animal here. Really, truly. Like, I want a cat like you would not believe. I think if I said an emotional support animal, I could get away with it. I don't know.
I feel like it's pretty easy to like get like registered for it. I feel like you can do it online or something.
I really want a cat. But I wanted like a kitten as well. I want to bond with a kitten. I'm totally all for adopting cats from the shelter and stuff, but I want like a kitten to bond with and have it for longer.
Yes, but I also wouldn't want a cat that has like attachment issues so that when I leave the house it's like crying and...
Have you seen the video of the cat that like straight up hugs her owner? Just like full on attaches. And she tries to like pry the cat off and set it on like, we're gonna have personal space, and just latches
I love when they
him.
hug stuff.
Yeah.
Like when they're like holding a bear or something, they're like this. So
I would
cute.
love a bonded pair of cats.
Whoa, he whipping.
Yeah, he always does. I would love a pair of bonded cats as well because I love when they curl up together and when they sleep. That's cute.
Really cute.
Can you help too buy a house that I can move into, like your basement or something?
You want to rent from me?
Yeah. Because obviously I'm never going to have a job opportunity. Actually, I've been thinking about that. There is a plot of land off of Pebble Hill Road, that right on the corner of Pebble Hill and whatever that road is into that neighborhood. And it's just a little square plot. It's not cleared or anything, so I'm hoping it might be a little bit cheaper. I want to buy that. I want to get like a tiny house or one of those houses that you can just buy off of Amazon and pop it open and have that. And so I can start my menagerie.
Just get a fence.
Fences are so expensive.
Yeah, and if you want to build one yourself, you have to get a license for it, which is really stupid. Or you can do what I did, just like get a temporary one, but keep it up all the time.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I want a cat that I can put on a leash and take for walks.
Those are cool.
Yeah. We need to end this so I can get on my phone and start researching that plot of land, see how much it is, how much I need to start saving. What was the other thing I needed to look for? I didn't stop. I'm gonna play some Toby Keith song. You know Toby Keith.
Okay.
And I need to post these pictures on our Instagram. Okay, folks. Sorry this was boring.
Sorry.
It's what you're gonna get with us sometimes.
But thanks for listening.
If you did. That's if.
Or you're fast asleep. Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
What are you talking about?
That's a snoring song. Sound. Shoo. Shoo. Me, 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 me. Maybe that's what they're doing right now.
If you say so.
Na, na, na. We should just scream and wake them up. No.
Oh my god, he's a... You probably heard that next door.
Okay, we might get a knock at the door because he thinks that there's a murder going on, so... Talk at you next week.
Talk at you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
That was scary.